friends. Welcome into NBA Countdown. Tim Legler, Kendrick, Perkins. I'm Malika Andrews, and we, just like all of you at home, we've been spending our afternoon trying to fill out our brackets ahead of the men's and women's NCAA tournaments. Two questions, though, keep popping up for me. I don't know about you guys. Is who's going to be the one that busts the bracket, and then who is going to be the Cinderella story, maybe? And since we're just over a month away from the playoffs getting started, I figured, why don't we put a little NBA twist on some of these questions? So, Perk, I ask you, what contender do you think could be on upset alert? And I mean true contender, someone we have high expectations for that we need to be on upset alert for.
Well, I'll go as high as you want me to be, okay?
Here we go. What are you about to say?
I'm going with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
You got to be kidding me.
No.
I knew you were a non-believer.
I'm going with the Cavs.
You're a non-believer.
I'm going with the Cavs, Leg.
Why is that?
For what reason?
For a lot of reasons, but the most important reasons, I have concerns about their small backcourt, okay, when it comes down to the postseason, right? Especially Darius Garland. I think he's going to go through those problems, those same problems that Steph Curry went through, right? Look at right here. They're going to search him out in the postseason. Right now, for as guys being hunted in the pick and roll, he's top 10 in the league. Also, the Cavs, they're 8 points worse defensively when he's on the floor, and he's going to have to guard his yard. I mean, look at this right here. Jaylen Brown got the switch. It's not a big he wanted. He wanted Darius Garland. And check this out. Right through his chest, tomato chest, over the top, you're too small. I'm thinking about the Celtics, and I think about they starting five. There's no flaws with them defensively. They big all across the board. The Cavs, on the other hand, no.
That's very short-sighted on your part, Perk. It is, man. Here's why. It's a valid point about Darius Garland.
Yeah.
They addressed it. And you look at their defensive numbers since they acquired DeAndre Hunter, it's different. He is the guy that is going to deal with a lot of these matchups. It's going to be harder to now pick who you want to go at with him on the floor because of where they can put him at the start of the possession. DeAndre Hunter answers a lot of the problems for Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland defensively. That's one thing. You also have two legitimate big-time rim protectors behind you. So, look, if you want to beat up Darius Garland in the mid-range, it's fine. Beating him up off the dribble, trying to get to the rim, when you got Jared Allen and Evan Mobley on the court, it's a totally different matter. But here's the final point with the Cavs.
Yeah.
Their ultimate weapon is that they're prolific offensively.
Right.
This is one of the elite offenses we've seen in the NBA and really in modern times. That is really where they get you. They're a good defensive team, can be great at certain nights. They are a devastating offensive team.
I would be surprised, though, if the Cavaliers were eliminated, certainly in the first round, the second round. They need to make it to the conference finals.
Oh,
I'd
no
be surprised
question.
anything besides that. You had a front row seat to the Cavaliers the other day, though, and maybe it's a little bit of recency bias. They didn't have Evan Mobley, but they did. What Perk is saying is valid. Other teams hunt out Darius Garland. They hunt out. They make him show. They make him go to the on-ball guy. So you didn't see that at all?
No, to me, that game was a lot more about the Orlando game they lost. It was a lot more about Orlando's defense, what they did to them. It's a top 3 defense that competed, fought desperate. They had to get a win. They got one. Cleveland missed a good number of open threes in that game. Wasn't too worried about what was going on defensively.
Number one, let me ask you this. Celtics, Cavs in the series, who do you have?
Ooh, man.
7 games. That's what I have.
With a healthy Kristaps Porzingis, I'd probably take the Boston Celtics. But he just got back. If they played starting today, I'd pick the Cavaliers. Give Kristaps more time.
But the reason that I asked that question, Legs, is because the last time that the Cavs played the Boston Celtics, they didn't even have Kristaps Porzingis. And I saw the Cavs have to make an adjustment and go small. So that double big lineup that you talk about that cover up those mistakes, that don't happen when you play against the Boston Celtics. And the last point I'm going to make about the Cleveland Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell, we have seen this movie before where he has had the best record in the NBA and not make it to the conference finals.
You know, our producer of the show is a Utah Jazz fan, so that was just a shot fired at Greg Condis there. But putting aside, we said true contenders.
He's a Utah Jazz fan.
Exactly, which we consider the Cavaliers certainly to be. We consider the Boston Celtics to be. We consider the Oklahoma City Thunder to be. So maybe outside of those top 3, if you're looking at a little bit more of a Cinderella story that could come in and upset somebody, who are you looking at, Tim?
Well, first, I'm going to put it out there right now. I will be shocked if it's not one of those 3 teams hosting a parade. I will be shocked by that, but if you're looking at a team, it's getting real interesting right now, it's got to be the Warriors. And there are some other candidates. Minnesota's playing great right now. There's some other question marks about some of those teams in the West. The Golden State Warriors, it's undeniable what they've been doing for really over the last month now. Their numbers and their metrics on both ends of the floor look so much like the teams that won a championship. But I'm not saying they're going to win a championship because I just don't know anybody could beat Oklahoma City in the Western Conference. But could they be the last team standing against the Thunder if they stay out of that bracket? Yes. I think Golden State actually has a chance to be that.
Well, I think we'll learn a lot more about Golden State tonight against the Denver Nuggets, because to be honest with you, they've had one of the easiest schedules, right? And when you look at this run that they've been on since getting Jimmy Butler, they haven't saw or seen none of these top dogs yet. That's why I'm hesitant to put them in the conversation of actually being legit title contenders. Because, no, I don't think if they match up with the Denver Nuggets, Oklahoma City Thunder, the Los Angeles Lakers in a 7-game series, I could see them beating them. Can they make it to the second round? Absolutely. But you don't acquire Jimmy Butler, put him alongside Steph Curry and Draymond Green just to make it to the second round. I think they're off-season away, one player away from actually getting to where they need to go, and that's okay.
Golden State is 14-1 when Jimmy Butler plays since he joined the team. And I don't know, Perk, you got to beat the teams that are in front of you. I know that they've had strength of schedule on their side. We're going to have to...
We're going to see tonight.
Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA,